some say you don't. I want to know, because I personally don't know. I'm gonna look it up. I'm gonna look it up, and I'm gonna come back to y'all with that information in the description, okay? Because do you have a fever? Are you actually sick? Or is that TV? Which one is it? Because people be... Hey teacher besties, welcome back to Childcare Unlocked, where we talk about all things education, from childcare to college. I'm your host, Amira Mone, and today we are talking about staff outings, and are they important? Are they important? Because I've been with you Monday through Friday, 8 hours a day or more. Why would I want to come see you on a Saturday? Let's talk about it, okay? So first, what is a staff outing? Usually staff outings are after hour social events for the staff of the daycare, the school, the middle school, the high school, the whatever, right? So usually people go out to dinner. They might go to an escape room. They might go to Top Golf. You know, it might be a whole bunch of different things that they might choose from. And the reason for it is just to build relationships within the center. Okay, so within admin, within lunch staff, within the receptionists, within the teachers, within part-time staff, everybody, to build relationships outside of work. So maybe I think their goal is for you to work better together in the center, right? Because you know them more as an individual, not just the lead teacher, not just the assistant teacher, not just the part-timer, right? So it's supposed to build relationships. It's supposed to build a stronger team bonding moment, so everybody feels a lot more comfortable. But at the end of the day, it's still a staff outing, so it's always a certain level of decorum you have to stay with. Why are employee outings important? I already kind of touched on that, just saying that it's meant to build stronger relationships within the center or whatever institution that you're a part of. Yeah, it's trying to, build the morale, give people something else to look forward to based off of work. Maybe like an incentive, if you feel like that. I don't know. My question is, does it really affect the way people work? Okay, so if we have school staff outings, do you think it actually affects the way that the staff show up at work? I honestly think it depends on the person. Okay, for me, it does not. It doesn't really matter. It doesn't really matter, because if I'm friends with certain people, then those certain people will go out. Aside from the whole entire staff, I don't really want to go out with my boss. That's just me. But do what you want to do. It depends on the person. Some people are really live by die by their job. So the only time they have is at their job. So the only time they have to make friends is at their job. So if that's the case, then maybe that might be a good way for you to get to know each other better. But me personally, I don't have to have staff outings for me to show up a specific way at work. At the end of the day, I voluntarily applied for this job, and I'm going to show up for my children no matter what, right? Provides a healthy outlet for stress. I don't know how true that is, okay? I don't know how true that is, because like I said, you still have to have some type of decorum because you're still at a staff sanctioned event, right? So you can't be doing stuff that you would do just with your regular homegirls. It still got to be cute, and it still got to be classy, okay? So I don't know about it provides another outlet for stress because, like I said earlier, I see you Monday through Friday, 8 hours or more a day. Why would I want to see you on the 2 days I have off, Saturday and Sunday? And what if I don't like you? So I don't know. I don't know about that one. I don't know about that one. I don't know if it I don't think it's another outlet. I think it's just another sense of just to build morale and hopefully change positively how these people show up at work, and just know that we're all a big happy family type thing because we go out and we do this and we go do that. Don't think it's a stress outlet. I think that's a bit too far. I think it's still a good way to build morale if those are the type of people that you have in your institution. But I don't agree with that personally. Because if you have all these coworkers and you like this particular person, or you and this other person click better, then y'all go out and y'all go to the escape room, or y'all go to Top Golf or something. Like, y'all go out and do that. But based off of staff outings, you are most likely hanging out with everybody. I think you should just leave it as your choice. Challenges and concerns. Okay, when you go out, does your school pay for it? Okay. Scheduling conflicts, finding a time that works for everybody. Not everyone enjoys social outings. The introvert factor can feel forced or artificial if not well planned. All right, let's talk about the budget. If you go out for a staff outing, do you believe that the school should pay for it? No. 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 Well, let me take that back. It depends on what y'all are trying to do. Okay? It depends on what y'all are trying to do. I low key feel like that they should have a budget for stuff like that. Like, the school district should have budgets for schools to have staff outings, because if we don't got no pencils, the least we can do is have a budget to go get some dinner or something. But I think it does depend. It depends on the budget and what you're trying to do. So the school can pay for it. They should. We deserve it. They should. Yeah. Scheduling conflicts. It still kind of goes hand in hand with what I said earlier. If I see you Monday through Friday, why would I want to see you on Saturday and Sunday? So some people might just not feel like I want to see you 7 days a week because I have a family, I have other responsibilities. I don't want to see you constantly every day. So they might just simply not be interested. It might not even be a scheduling conflict. And not everyone enjoys social outings. That is true. Some people is like, that is too many people and it's too loud. But also you have to look at the demographic of your institution, the age ranges, the ethnic groups, who all there, because something that a 60-year-old might be interested in, a 21-year-old will not. Okay, so you also got to see about that. So it can't be too active because the older people is not gonna go. You have to pick an idea that will like align with everybody that makes up the building, right? Okay, how to make employee outings meaningful. So if you want to have this employee outing, how can you make it memorable that we still gonna be talking about it next week, right? Allow voluntary participation. Mix informal fun with low-key professional development. Choose inclusive activities, physical ability interests, cultural sensitivity. Gather feedback afterwards to improve future events. So It's given that I've been talking about the same thing and I'm covering all these topics. But just don't make it mandatory. Don't make it mandatory, because how are you going to make me have fun? It's not fun. It's not fun. Allow them to make the choice to see if they want to participate or not. And also try to really, really plan it out and put thought into it instead of just going to a dinner. You can do dinners because, teachers don't eat off this, so we love a good meal. But make sure you plan it out so it's thoughtful and people have a lot of time to really think if they want to come or not. And it really does build morale, but nowadays, nobody don't got no money. The teachers don't have no money. The schools don't have no money. We ain't going nowhere. um, my talking points does say that you could add it to a professional development day, and I really agree with that. I really agree with that, because sometimes we can't plan or have time to plan something so extravagant that's completely out of the building. So maybe just kind of add in something fun before we start the work for the day for professional development. Like you can do like a little karaoke battle, you can do a scenario little game, you can do like a whole bunch of different things, but just don't ask me my why. Okay, please, just don't ask me my why. Other than that, y'all can think of some other games to do, like some interactive stuff, make you laugh, because the professional development days be at like 7:30 in the morning, and if I'm a part timer, it's a little too much. Okay, so we gotta move, we gotta groove before we start our work. Final thoughts. Do you believe that staff outings are important or necessary? It depends on where you at. Personally, for me, where I'm at, I don't think they're necessary. I think we already kind of pretty much, for the most part, get along, whether it's the teachers directly in your room and all the teachers down the hall. I think for the most part, we all get along for us to be coworkers, and then the people that really click with each other, they go out outside of work. Other than that, I think we are pretty good personally where I'm at. But do you believe wherever your school is located, do you think your culture needs to be spiced up a little bit and y'all need a staff outing? Let me know, because I personally feel like we good over here. Um Also, professional development days, I do believe that we can add in some fun stuff to do before we start working for the rest of the day. Get creative, do something fun, get out your comfort zone. Everybody needs to participate, because if don't nobody participate, then it's not fun. Then it's not fun. Other than that, I think, like I said, staff development days. I think that staff outings are indeed important, but it also just heavily depends on your type of school and your culture. So I'm going to leave it off at that. I know this was kind of all over the place, but for the most part, I covered everything before I even got to that point. But I hope everybody has a good rest of their week, and I will see y'all next week. Bye.